Days have passed since the heart-rending tragedy of Ashura. Finally, the caravan of Imam Hussein's captivated household arrived at the gates of Damascus. By the orders of the wicked Umayyad ruler Yazid, the caravan of the captives was stalled at the gates, so that the city was decorated and the regime's propaganda system prepares the grounds for a show of victory over the grandson of the God's messenger, Imam Hussein. A sense of unrest and anxiety is predominant in the caravan of the captives. The mild breeze carries with itself the scent of Imam Hussein and other martyrs of Karbala. This familiar smell once again brings back the memories of the heartbreaking scenes of Ashura before the very eyes of Lady Zainab. The day of blood is what she recalls, and when she looks around, she envisions the heart-rending incidents of Karbala. She can clearly see how her family members and the loyal companions of the Holy Prophet were sacrificed one by one by the ignorant and disloyal hands of those treacherous people, and this clutched her heart. The east side of Karbala was lit up by the rising sun of Ashura, and the dust of the battlefield had filled the air. All that could be heard was shouts and shrieks, and the clatter of swords striking each other, and everything was smeared by the smell of blood. Ali Akbar, recently grown to a young man, appeared before his father and asked him for permission to fight the enemy. Imam Hussein, with unstoppable tears and sighs, hugged his son and ushered him to the altar of sacrifice, just like what his ancestor, Prophet Abraham, did to his beloved son Ismail. Ali Akbar attacked the enemy like a brave lion among the pack of wolves. While he was slaying the enemies with his blade, he spoke out these words: "I am Ali, the son of Hussein, the son of Ali. I swear to God that we are closer to Prophet Muhammad than anybody else. I'll fight with you with my spear, so much that my spear gets bent. I'll support my father and I strike you with my sword so that you know the youth in the Hashemite clan. How could Ziyad's son issue rules and orders against us?" He repeatedly attacked the enemy troops and managed to kill a large number of enemy soldiers. Having so many wounds on his body, he then returned toward the tents and his father. He told his father, "Oh, father, thirst has got me killed and the heavy armor had made me tired. Is there any sip of water available through which I can regain my strength to fight again?" Imam Hussein, with tears rolling down his cheeks, replied, "Oh my son, fight a little more. Soon you will be joined by your great ancestor Prophet Muhammad, and he will quench your thirst from which you will never feel thirsty anymore." Ali Akbar went back to the battlefield, and while he was threatening the enemies, he attacked the enemies again. "O Kufa dwellers, it is in wars that you get to know about the brave men. Truth will be revealed right after a war. I swear to God that I continue fighting unless you call for a ceasefire." Large numbers of enemy soldiers killed after the non-stop attacks of Ali Akbar. The enemy soldiers were scared by the number of casualties, and so the army of Umar ibn Sa'd avoided fighting Ali Akbar. At this moment, an enemy soldier by the name of Marat ibn Munaqas Abdi, who felt humiliated by the bravery of Ali Akbar, said, "If this young man comes to me, I will make his father cry over his dead body." Then Ali Akbar on the back of his horse approached this man while he was attacking a pack of enemy soldiers. Marat ibn Munagaz blocked the way on Ali Akbar and took him off from his horse by a spear. At this moment, the soldiers swarmed the body of Ali Akbar with their swords and spears. In those harsh moments, Ali Akbar shouted and said, "Salute to my father! It is the God's messenger who quenched my thirst, and today he is waiting for you. He's saluting you and he says, 'Come soon to visit us.'" He then shouted and was martyred. After a while, when the sinister and villain soldiers of the enemy left the body of Ali Akbar, Imam Hussein came to his son. The Imam put his face onto his son's face and said, "May God kill those who killed you. They were too impudent and they disgraced Prophet Muhammad. Without you, this life is inane." And then Imam Hussein cried heavily, the like of which was never seen before. Then he picked his son's hand and he kissed his face while he was wiping off the blood. Meanwhile, Lady Zainab rushed out of the tent while she was calling out her brother. Then she threw herself on the body of Ali Akbar to sympathize her brother. Imam Hussein picked her up and they both returned to the tents. Then the Imam ordered the young men to take Ali Akbar's body off the battlefield. The young men of Hashemite put the sacred body of Ali Akbar in front of the tents. Imam Hussein returned to the tent with his heart filled with pain and agony. Ali Akbar was the first Hashemite to fight the enemy in the day of Ashura.
یادم هست کیه. ایشون گفت تو فلان کشور غیر اسلامی بود یه سال گذشته که اونجا یه روضه‌ای بود، یه دهه‌ای بود، یه عده شیعه روضه داشتن. گفت من رفتم اونجا روضه که تموم شد یه عده آقا بودن، یه عده خانم محجبه نشسته بودن، این دو طرف جدا از هم. مجلس که تموم شد صاحب خانه به من گفت، اشاره به یه خانم کرد، گفت این خانم مسیحی بوده، رفته کربلا و تو کربلا مسلمان شیعه شده و خودش و شوهرش هر دو شیعه شدن و 26 نفر تا حالا از بستگان دو طرف شیعه شدن. گفتم چجور؟ گفت از خودش بپرس. البته خود این زبان خارجی رو بلد بود، گفت اونم به زبان خارجی میگفت. پرسیدم خانم، قصهش رو گفت، تفصیلش رو گفت. یه خانم شخصیتی هم بود. بعدش صاحب خونه گفت ما این دهه که روزه داریم اینجا، اینا نزدیک ما هستن، این خانم هر روز که الانم یه منصب بزرگی تو اون کشور داره، این خانم هر روز نیم ساعت قبل روزه میاد اینجا دستشویی ها رو میشوره و بهش بگیم مناسب حالت نی، مناسب مقامت نی. مقامش هم نقل کرد، حالا مهم نیه، مقام بلندی تو اون کشور داره، مناسبت نی. یه کار دیگه بکن، چای بده، چای بریز، نمیدونم شیر بده، غذا بده، فرش پهن کن، فرش جمع کن، جارو کن. دستشویی ها رو ببینیم. گفت نه، من بیش از این قابلیت ندارم. این دستشویی هایی که گاهی بعضی از این عزادارا میرن توش، من میخوام اینا رو بشورم. برادرای ایمانی، فرزندای ایمانی، خواهرهای ایمانی در هر کجای دنیا صدای منو میشنوید، یه وقت خدای نکرده یکیمون نبینه روز قیامت این مسیحی تازه شیعه شده میره به خدمت حضرت زهرا سلام الله علیها، ماها بمونیم دور باشیم. یک جریانه، سعی کنیم هر چی میشه بهتر و بیشتر خودمون را به این جریان منظم کنیم و تشکیکات و شبهات و اینها هم اگر تو ذهن کسی ایجاد شک کرد آدم بپرسه، مطرح کنه، سوال کنه. حضرت فرمودن سوال کسی که میخواد یاد بگیره بکن، ولی سوال متعنت نکن، نه یا اشکال کن. بگو این چیه این حرف، جوابش چیه، یاد بگیر.